this second exercise, we are being asked to look up the digits within the product IDs. Similar to the previous exercise, we're going to need to find the position of the dash within the product ID so that we can use the right function to select the desired number of characters. But since the right function starts selecting characters from the end of the word, we're going to need to calculate the position of the dash starting from the end of the word as well. This is a simple equation as long as we know the total length of the text strings. Fortunately, we already went over a formula that can give us the length of the text string. So first, we're going to use the LEN function to calculate the length of the product ID. So let's type equals LEN. And then we select the product ID in column B. As you can see, the first product ID has 9 characters in total. And the dash is in the 5th position starting from the left. This means that the dash is also in the 5th position starting from the right, since 9 minus 5 plus 1 equals 5. Now that we know in what position the dash is found starting from the end of the product ID, we can use a right function to select the digit. We're still using product ID in column B, so let's first select that cell. Now we need to provide the number of characters we would like to select. We know that this is going to be the number or characters in the product ID minus the position of the dash, starting from the left, plus 1. But we also know from the previous exercise that we need to subtract 1 from this number, since we only want to select digits and not the dash. So the final number of characters is going to be the number of characters, which can be found in column D, minus the position of the dash, which can be found in column C. Now, if we press enter, we can see that our formula returns the correct answer. So we can copy down the remaining product IDs to the rest. Now that we know how to separate the IDs using multiple columns and formulas, we're going to try and combine that entire operation into one concise formula. We will follow the exact same logic as before, but nest the formulas. We start by writing out our right now. We are still looking up characters in the product ID that can be found in column B. So that's easy. Next, we need to provide the number of characters that we want to extract. So remember, that's from what we just did. It's going to be the total number of characters in the product ID minus the position of the dash. So here we enter len B33, since this will give us the length of the product ID, minus find, like we did before, the dash within the product ID. Once we make sure we have the appropriate amount of closing parentheses, we press enter, and we see the condensed formula gives us the same answer. Now it's your turn to practice find, len, and mid with exercise 2B, where you're going to be given a data set with phone numbers and asked to extract things like the area code.